Ok, c'est mon sound test. Ah, no, 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 no. Okay, I'm going to start the stream in a moment. I'm just checking a few things first. Just need... Alright, let's go. So, welcome to the stream. This is Monilanian. Today we will take a look at Black Closet, a game by Hanako Games, which is a mix, I would say, of visual novel and it's kind of an investigation game, but it plays almost like a board game or card game, if you will, but it's not really a card game. It doesn't have like a deck of cards or anything like this. So I think board game is probably more appropriate. There are some dice rolls in the game, and there are some Characters have skills, skill values, and all of that serves to determine the results of various investigations. But we'll see that in game as we go. Welcome to your new office, Elsa, and congratulations. As Student Council President, everything here belongs to you, for now. It is an honor and a privilege. I hope you'll remember that in the weeks ahead. The privileges of your position come with a great deal of responsibility. It is your duty to manage the student body and prevent scandals while maintaining their belief in your good nature. If you are too aggressive, then the karma of the student council will be damaged, and your classmates will no longer obey you. If you let them get away with everything, then the reputation of the school will be damaged. I look forward to a challenge. Cocky, aren't you? I hope your strength holds up to what's ahead. No nice words here, Elsa. This school is in peril. We have enemies who would like nothing more than to smash this ivory tower to rubble, and scandal is their greatest weapon. If St. Claudine's falls, every graduate, every board member, every good traditional family will be tarnished. The school board will do whatever they must to defend themselves. As Student Council President, you are their designated scapegoat. Your family background, you are not old power. You are a talented upstart, nothing more. If disaster looms, you are a perfect sacrifice for the greater good. They'll expel me to save themselves. You will take the blame for every failure this school has ever faced, unless you succeed. If you do your job and defend the school, there will be no need for a sacrifice. Fail as president, and you will be expelled, unable to achieve a place in a decent university. Your future will be ruined before it even begins. But keep things running smoothly, and your time at St. Claudine's will be a benefit to your resume. Of course, you will have the rest of the student council to assist you. A commander never gets her own hands dirty. You will need to rely on the skills of your minions to handle your caseload and find the truth behind the rumors. Read your case files to determine targets, then set out assignments for your minions to take actions, where they will match their skills against the skills of the target. Let's look at an example. First, click on Tyrannic to select her as a target. Tyrannic is a new target, so you haven't learned what her skills are yet. Her skills will be revealed when you take action against her. Let's question her. Okay, so that's the target. Question marks everywhere, so we don't know what she can do. And that's the actions we can take. For this example, I will be playing the part of your minion. Click on my card and the question action, then click Assign. So we've clicked question, we select Miss Talmage or Talmage, I really don't know how it's pronounced. I'm gonna go with Talmage, or Tolmage maybe. Okay, and then we assign. So we've selected the target, we've selected the action, we've selected the actor, I guess. And there we go. Now we have it all set up. Assigned actions are placed in your out tray. If you wish to cancel an assignment, you can click on its position in the out tray to clear the assignment. When you have made your assignments for the day, click Done to begin the investigation. Okay, so Done is here. Alright, so of course Miss Talmage is really good. I mean, she's got 100 in everything. These are the revealed attributes, skills of the target. And then basically you get, if you've played role-playing games, this will be very familiar. You get some kind of skill check. So she's using her social skill, her observation skill. Then there's a roll of a d20 on each side. And basically you add the skill values to the random roll to get a total on both sides, and then you compare, and whoever gets the highest total wins. Yeah, there's a few more subtleties, but we'll discover that. Tyrannic says, was there something you needed? You may now harass Tyrannic. Okay. Actions use different skills. You can see what skills will be compared by looking at the icons on the sides of the action buttons. Try choosing the harass action to press Tyrannic a little harder. So we select the target, we select harass. So this time we can see that there's two sides to every action. There's I guess the left side is it's the skills your actors, your agents are gonna use. On the right side is the opposing skills that the target is going to use to defend itself. From memory, no, actually, I'm not sure. I can remember them by heart. It's been a while. Yeah, we'll see what the actual skills are afterwards. I mean, I know this one is perception, but yeah. Okay, so let's select Miss Talmage again. And done. Tyrannic squeaks, "I'm sorry, I'll get to class right away," and scampers off. So again a success, but I mean that's bound to happen with skills like this. Our actual agents are not going to be that good. If the skill of the minions you assigned is not sufficient to conquer the target, you may get incomplete or misleading reports and need to try again. Check your case log to review the clues you have gathered. Now, for your final instructions, it is important that we're not disturbed. Assign some students to stand guard over this location. You can assign multiple minions to the same task. They will use the best available skill for each situation. In this case, Nola's Intimidation will combine with Gabriella's Observation. So what's being said here is that for this and the guard action, we're gonna need the red and the blue, or gray. I'm gonna call it blue for simplicity's sake. So that's the two skills we're gonna need. And if we look here, and if we were to send only one of those two, Nola would be really good for the red, but she wouldn't be so good for the blue. And Gabrielle would be the other way around. So by combining them, by actually sending both of them on the same task, we ensure that the game is going to pick the best skill value out of everyone you're sending. So in this case, we're going to get a 39 here, a 38 here, to fulfill the requirements. And we actually see that here, 39, 38, 39, 38. Okay, so we get another success. The students stand guard outside the office. Now let us speak clearly. You are the leader here, but you are helpless without the skills of your minions, and that creates a weakness which someone intends to exploit. One of your minions is a traitor. How do you know that? Intercepted communications, internal documents which are not for a student's eyes, not even yours. One of them is working against you and will intentionally fail her assignments whenever possible in the hopes of causing scandal and bringing down the school. You must determine which of your minions cannot be trusted, or she will destroy you. Spend time with them, socialize, do whatever you must. Manage your karma, defend the school's reputation, and identify the traitor, or else your career will come to a quick end. Good luck, Madam President. She leaves the office, your office, a symbol of your power and of the expectations others have placed upon you. Will you live up to those expectations or surprise them all? And that's us. Elsa. When you reach the student council office, Vaughn is already waiting for you. Ah, there you are, Elsa. Everything is in order. One of the chairs had a rip in the cushion, so I had maintenance swap it out. All the filing slots are clean, and there's a fresh box of push pins by the bulletin board. Very good. Carry on. Aye, Captain. Why are you calling me Captain? You don't remember. Captain rolls off the tongue more easily than Madam President, don't you think? There's a sound at the door. That must be the other officers. To tell Elsa that she has to... Oh, you're already here. And what were you going to tell our president? Well, I don't mean to be rude, Vaughn, but all things considered, it's not right that you're vice president when my big sister is so much more qualified. I don't want a job. You didn't want to be president, that's fine, but you deserve... Thais, I'm not interested. You're a natural leader, and she has the personality of a secretary. Show some respect for your elders. Just because I'm a freshman doesn't mean I can't see how things work. This council could use some new ideas. The door opens again. Hello? Is this the student council room? Yes, this is the student council. Oh, good. I found the right place. I'm Mallory. I'm the hospitality officer. Oh, right, new girl. Be respectful to this young lady. It's your first year on student council, too. Yes, but I've been at this school since kindergarten, and she just started as a freshman. Well, I think it's lovely to see some new faces. Thanks? Don't mind Althea, she's like that with everyone. Althea laughs. I believe we were supposed to be having a meeting? Aren't we missing someone? What about Rowan? She's already here. Where did you come from? The hallway. I didn't see you. It pays to be observant. Now that your minions are assembled, it is time to open your case folders and see what this week has in store. Reminder, if there are 5 items in your supply tray, you cannot visit the supply closet again until you use up one of those items on a task. Okay, I'm gonna read those to myself, I think, and I'm going to point out whatever has any relevance to what's happening, and I'll probably re-explain things as they come up in the game. Okay, so that's our calendar. We're starting a new week here. And the game is going to be a sequence of weeks with the weekends. The weekends play a little differently, but let's begin. Actually, let's already save. Why not? Let's go to a new page. There we go. Oop. Save. Return. Monday, September 5th. New case, number 1. The bespoke handbag belonging to Minnie has vanished. Locate and return the handbag. Minnie last remembers seeing it in either her room or the common room. Also, both Angel and Miss Michaela were admiring it recently. So, that's our first case. We can find the initial description by clicking the log, but that represents the case, and these are the elements of the case that we can interact with. There's 2 rooms where Minnie supposedly may have left the bag. There's Minnie herself, the owner of the bag, and there's the 2 ladies who are admiring the bag, who of course are suspect because of this. This is our force, our 5 officers that are going to be working for us. So these are the ones we're going to be sending on the various tasks. And this is a supply closet, which is kind of always going to be here. we can send someone there to fetch items, which then can be used to improve officers' performances during an action. We'll see that in a moment. So let's see. Well, first we can click on a target to see what kind of action we can actually do on such a target, because it's going to be a little different. Usually people tend to have those three: question, harass, and stalk. Rooms will mostly be inspect. There may be some special cases though. What we may also want to look at is the stats that we know about. This one looks much easier to inspect without being spotted. That's what this thing is representing in this case. I don't think we can actually... No, that's the menu. Whoops. So we might actually want to send... Rowan to inspect Minnie's room, see if she can find anything of note. Possibly the bag, who knows? She may have just misplaced it. But then we have other things to do. So what we're gonna try is we're going to question Michaela. So we don't know her stats, so we have no idea exactly what she's going to oppose with, but we know we'll need some green and some blue. So green would be, who's good with green here? We have Mallory and Althea who are good in green. As for blue, well, those two are equal in blue, but Vaughn is also very good in blue. So maybe if we combine two of these, say Althea and Vaughn, we should have a pretty good score, an 80 added to the die roll against whatever she can throw at us. So we're gonna go with that. What else do we have left? Can we send anyone? We could try to have Mallory stalking Minnie the owner, just in case. I'm mostly doing that because it only requires the one skill here, and hopefully she's not too observant and won't spot us doing this. And finally we're going to send Size to the supply closet to get some supplies, which does not require a specific skill, it's random. Okay, and now that we've set up everything for the day, we can press done and see what happens. And it's going to go in order. Okay, so let's break this down. So we're searching Minnie's room for clues. Now we know we've revealed this stat, which happens to be cover, which I think is a difficulty for finding something in it. So observation 40 against cover 43, so we're close, but it's not great. We have a good roll compared to the room's roll, so we did get more than the room, but the game has a thing where if you're within, I believe, I think it's within 10 points of the opposition's total, then instead of getting a success or a straight out failure, you get this ambiguous result where it says you don't find anything, but because it's ambiguous, you don't know if you actually failed it or if something else happened. It's kind of a, I think there's like a 50-50 chance maybe of getting the good result in that situation. Plus, you also have to take into account the fact that one of your officer is a traitor, and when that's the case, the traitor is always going to use those ambiguous situations to fail on purpose, whereas another will, if my memory is correct, will succeed at least half the time. So that makes it hard to know what's really going on and whether you also want to try again or if that was actually the best result you could get. So that's probably where a big chunk of the the tactics in the game lie, because you have to use some intuition sometimes to know what to insist with or on, and when you need to let go. Anyway, so next is questioning Michaela with a very good score because of the combination. So in this case we got a really good total compared to hers, so it's an obvious success. Michaela says, "I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it." Okay, so I'm not absolutely certain, but usually when there's a success you can pretty much believe what's here. So that seems to say Michaela is not involved in this, so there's no point in, say, harassing to try to get more out of her. That really seems to be the truth. If we got an ambiguous result though, and she said exactly that, then we would not be sure at all, and it might just be that she eluded our questioning. Okay, Mallory's stalking Minnie. Well, she's got a good observation score, but we got a really good roll compared to hers, so it did end up being a success. Minnie doesn't seem to notice you following her, but you don't learn anything new. Okay, so seems like there's nothing here to see. Getting supplies, you rummage around in the supply closet and find a baseball bat, which helps with intimidation, so which makes sense. And yes, officers at this school can, I mean, it's kind of like undercover stuff. It's a little edgy sometimes. Okay, Sais has requested a private meeting. Oh good, you're here. What do you want? I just thought I should point out that I am not a servant. My birthday parties have been detailed in the society pages since I was 13. My calling cards were engraved and registered within a week of my birth. So, fetching supplies? It's beneath me. Interesting, because that's exactly what we asked her to do, so the game is reacting to that, actually. You're a freshman. Nothing is beneath you. I'm aware that you have seniority, and that despite your family you have been appointed president, and I have to follow your commands. I'm simply pointing out that you are wasting my talents, and I won't stand quietly by. Okay, and which talents would those be? I can be very persuasive when people are stubborn and afraid. Wait, are you saying I don't have any talents? Is that what you're saying? That's an excellent demonstration. Yes, it is, isn't it? I should be going. Ta. Now that she's made her point, there's business at hand. Okay, so second day of the week, and we're back to a screen we're going to keep seeing over and over. That's the main screen of the game. So where are we at on this? We haven't really progressed at all, actually, on this case. We haven't found the bag yet, which is the main point. We did try searching the room and got an ambiguous result, so that's possibly something we may want to look into later on if nothing else yields any results. Had a friendly chat. Certainly. I mean, probably, actually. That's supposed to be kind of like the persuasion skill, so yes. And they were confident in their skills. That's why. That's how you know that the results you get are most likely the truth. And I think in the game it's like really the truth. But again, she denied all knowledge, so kind of a loose hand here. As for Minnie's movement, supposedly nothing odd happening there. So, well, there's Angel, so I think that's our next target. So we need green and blue. We could send Mallory and Rowan. I think we're gonna do the duo thing again, but with a different set. I mean, game-wise, it shouldn't change anything in the sense that the stat is really what matters. Why would I use maybe a different person sometimes? There's the fatigue thing, or stress, I think they call it. Anytime you send them on a task, they will accumulate a little stress, and after a while they will like have to rest for a whole turn if you let that grow too much. Or you can let them rest on your, whenever you want, so they can be available at the right time. Okay, so what else? There's the common room that we may want to search. We're probably gonna be spotted. Usually I would use Rowan on this, but because of the ambiguous result earlier, I think I'm gonna... it doesn't immediately mean she's a traitor, because otherwise it would be so easy to find traitors. But there's a risk. And one trick in the game is that if you send a traitor with someone else, another officer, to do a task, then they cannot, pretend to fail during the ambiguous result. So that's kind of what I'm hoping here, is that even if she's a traitor, she's actually going to work to her best ability in this situation. Otherwise, she would be the best for that kind of stuff. She's the stealthy one. Anyway, so let's inspect with Vaughn and hope for the best. We may lose some council karma if we get spotted. And that leaves us with these two. But I'm not sure what to do here. Let me see. Have we Minnie? We've followed Minnie. We've searched her room, but it's ambiguous. So we could try to question her. Maybe she'll remember something, and that could be helpful to us. So green and blue, I'm gonna go with just LCL. I'm gonna keep Thais not doing anything for now, just to ensure, and just so she can rest a little bit. Maybe it's a little early. I haven't played the game in a while, so my choices are probably not going to be optimal, but we'll see how it goes. Also, one other thing of note here is that when you've selected everything, the target, actor, and action, you get to see a prediction of how it's going to go. So in this case, because of the stats here, because of the stats we now know of this target, the game lets us know there's no chance we're going to straight out lose. That's not possible. We cannot, with the roll of the 20-sided die, we cannot go below, that much below the target score. That said, we only have 15% chance to have a straight up win, but most likely we're going to get an ambiguous result, which again means might go through, might not go through, and we probably won't really know what's going on. So it's not great, but until we get to either use items like this to help, which is actually not going to help for a question action because there's no red here. But yeah, the other thing we'll want to do is level up the characters and give them better skill values, and that will help us get straight up wins as much as possible. Okay. Okay, she also says, I don't know what you're talking about, I haven't seen it. And this is a straight up success, so this is puzzling. If both are actually saying the truth and I've done nothing with the bag, either something is going on with the owner of the bag or it might be in the common room. Except we got full success and we still didn't find anything in the common room either. So the one place that we got an ambiguous result on was Minnie's room, so maybe that's where things are at. I'm starting to really believe that now. Okay, we got an ambiguous result because she's got really good stealth. It Yeah. So I already told you everything I remember. So this might be true, this might not be true. Might just be a failure. And by the way, I don't think the fact that we got a lesser total really matters here. I think it's the range within which you land. So as long as you land within -10 plus 10 of the opposing result, I think you get this, and it could get you either a success or not. I think I'm gonna have to rediscover that as I go here. Rowan has just come into my office carrying a large box. Delivery. You can put it over there. She sets the box down carefully and turns to leave. Wait, don't go. Do you need something? Do you know what's in the box? 1 bag organic gold Colombian coffee. 1 classic style French press silver monogrammed. 1 tea set gold trim. Did you just read that off the packing label? Yes. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. And we're back to the case. Okay, I'm really thinking the minis room has something to yield here. But I mean, if I send Rowan again, she happens to be the traitor, she's probably gonna fail again. What else can we do? Let's see. I'd kind of like to get actually more items if possible. So, oh, and right, we can only send 1 person to the closet per turn. So we're stuck with that for now, and right now we don't have anything to help. But since we have nothing better to do, I think we're gonna send her again. What kind of? Okay, we still get 28% win, and this could still yield a, I hope, a good result. So let's try again. Everyone else, we're gonna leave them be. They're gonna rest, which is not a bad thing. Okay, so you rummage around the supply closet and find lemon. Yeah, sometimes life gives you lemons. So those are sadly they're like a cursed item. They just take space in your inventory, and they give you penalties to every skill. And I believe the only way to get rid of them is to actually use them. So if you fill out your inventory at some point, you're gonna have to penalize yourself during some actions. Okay, full-on success this time. You find the handbag. Meanie must have dropped it. Council gains 5 karma. Boom. Mystery solved. Alright. So you're rated on the time it took you. So I think that means I took well, we're on Wednesday, so I probably took 3 days to solve it. Yeah, that's the karma you get. That's reputation changes, and then you get a rating out of that, which I'm trying to remember what the rating does actually. I think it defines how many skill points you get. Yeah, we got 3 here. If we don't do as good on a case, then we get less skill points to distribute among the characters. And those are 1 for 1. That means if I want to improve Alcia's intimidation of 30, that's only gonna boost her to 33 if I spend all of those. So you really want a load of a lot of these as much as possible. So you want to succeed at cases so they can get better, so they can succeed at cases again, and so on and so on. Okay, the interesting thing here is that we have no new case for now. I think it's gonna probably only happen at the next week. So let me see. We're gonna send Mallory at the supply closet. Can we actually give her the lemon for that? No. Okay. That would have been too easy, huh? Fair enough. And I guess since we do have training points, we might want to use them up. Let's use Althea for this. There we go. Nothing else to do, so... Okay, wooden ruler for intimidation. So Althea, her best score is social, and I think we're gonna boost that up a little bit. No new information. Okay, so let's send someone to the supply closet again. And that's all we can do, so everyone else is gonna rest. An animal decoy, which gives you 10 stealth. Because it's so cute. Okay, now we reach the weekend. On the weekend, you can visit your minions to shore up their loyalty. So... oh, actually, I see that we have active viewers, so... I'm not forcing anyone to to reveal themselves, but if anyone has any preference for one of the 5 ladies, we can visit one person per weekend day, which means we will be able to visit 2 of them during a given weekend. So I'm absolutely up to some chat participation on this if you want to push the game in a certain direction. Let's see. Also, what's interesting here is that you can see the statistics of each of your officers. So the success, failures, and the unclear ones. The unclear ones are going to be very important to spot out the traitor, because they tend to get a lot of those as things go. Because that's their shtick. They really try to fail while not making it clear that they failed outright. So they, as much as possible, they try to get you ambiguous results. Okay, not seeing any reaction from chat for now, so I'm just gonna make the first choice. Let's go see row 1. The discreet one. Yes? Please report to the student council office. Alright. Rowan follows you to the student council office. She must be waiting for you to speak. She's not saying anything. Have a seat and I'll pour the tea. Okay. You prepare the drinks and set out the gold rimmed teacups. So, what do we want to offer her? Sometimes you can kind of guess, but sometimes not super easy. Let's try cheese and crackers. I don't know. Thank you. Warren arranges the food neatly on her saucer, but makes no move to eat it. Silence. Is everything alright? I'm fine. You seem nervous. I'm fine. Do you want me to leave you alone? It's alright. I don't have much to talk about. I'm sorry. You notice that Rowan's snack has disappeared, although you can't remember ever seeing her take a bite. Why did you join the student council? Someone had to do it. Moments pass, and it becomes clear Rowan isn't going to say anything else. You may go now. Alright. Rowan's loyalty increases by 5. Yes, so she's very, very introverted. She doesn't say much. That's why she's so good at stealth, because no one notices her in general. Okay, so we visited her, so now she's busy for this weekend. Let's see, who else could we check? Maybe Althea? Well, hello there. Looking for me? I've come to invite you to tea. Why, Elsa? Is this a date? This is student council business. What a shame. Shouldn't student council business be done during the week? Weekends are meant to be enjoyed. I'll try to make it pleasurable. Alright, you have my attention. Lead the way. Althea follows you to the office, then holds the door for you as you enter. So, here we are. What would you like to drink? A milkshake or a strawberry lemonade? Tea or coffee? If tea and coffee are all you have, then I'll take the coffee. It's the president's private stock, isn't it? Milk, no sugar. You prepare the drinks and set out the gold-rimmed teacups. So, again, we get to choose. Let's see, shortbread? What's this? Interesting. I suppose I'll try some. Althea picks up her cup and takes a sip. So, what did you want to see me about? I want to get to know you better. We've known each other for, what, 14 years? However long we've both been residents of this fine establishment. You've even been to my house, even if it was back in lower school. We haven't been close since lower school. No, we've gone in different directions, but we've ended up in the same place more or less. We've never really left it. This school's not large enough to forget about anyone for long. So, what do you want to know? So yeah, she has a reputation. That might be worth asking. Are you really interested in all those girls you chase? Not all of them. Some girls are more fun to tease than to catch. Some get a little too attached if you encourage them. At the end of this year, we'll be leaving. Any relationships we have now will end. There's no point in being serious, so we may as well sample everything on offer. Althea takes a slow sip, holding the cup to her lips for moments afterwards to forestall conversation. You're a very pleasant hostess, but unless there's something specific that you need, I should get going. Thank you for coming. Have a good day. Loyalty +5. You can send more than 1 million. Skills will not be added, but the highest skill will be used. Right. Okay, let's save. And we get a new case. An unusual number of students have been missing class due to illness, and they don't seem to be faking. Investigate. And another one. A large number of music history students all got the exact same grade on their recent test. Is someone cheating? Investigate students Donna, Kamiya, Beryl, and Precious. Oh, and just in case this was not obvious, all of those things are randomly generated every time you play the game. So the case templates tend to be similar. Like you're gonna have the test cheating thing, but each time you play, heck, each time you get that case type during even a single playthrough, it's gonna be randomized. So you don't actually know in which situation you are. Even if you start learning all of them by heart, you're still gonna have to be very clever in how you investigate it, because you may get tricked, and you may just not have enough time actually to investigate everything properly. And this one is actually a very difficult one, because there's so many things you can investigate. So I guess there's also a bit of luck involved, because if we pick the right one right away, then that's gonna be easy. Or, you know, we just stumble about and don't actually find anything worth talking about, and we don't solve the case. This one comparatively, there's only 2 girls, so I think we're gonna we're gonna try that one out. At least send one person there. So red and green, that would be for Alcia for sure, especially as a solo mission. And now we're gonna use everyone else on this. So we're going to search the music history classroom. So we get a guaranteed win, which is great. We're going to randomly question someone. So green and red. That's 40 points total. That's 55. That's 50. So let's go with size. The rest would be searching, which would we could either send those two for a search or actually keep going with the questioning. I think yeah, I think maybe we're gonna keep questioning with Mallory. And let's see, this one seems to be the easiest to search, so we're gonna try. It's still ambiguous, but let's see what we can get from this. Actually, let me see. I could combine the animal decoy. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Would that help? That would help. So yes, let's do that. All right. Yeah, that was extremely tight. Myrna says, I know why I'm sick. It's because of that experiment in the chemistry lab last week. The fumes got into the air and they're poisoning everyone. You may not search the chemistry lab. So it was too close to coal, but we got a pretty... We didn't get a... I don't know how to call that, but... We got something that actually... We got a lead, which usually you don't get when it's too close to coal. So... It may still be a red herring, though, that we may not have had if it was a success. I'm not sure. So, full success. You quietly search the music history classroom for clues. So the full success is for the first part of the test, which is not getting spotted doing it. So that part is good. But now we also need to find something, which is the next part. But also success. And we don't find anything interesting. Okay. Ooh, she's got good stats. Yeah. I don't like to talk about my grades. Okay, so that might be a failure. I'm not sure. We actually... Oh, we got a really good roll on this. Yes, I got a 91 on my music history test. Okay, I mean, she's not denying it, but that doesn't really tell us anything. Okay, very... I mean, not bad result, but too close. You're caught ransacking Donna's room. Okay, so that was for the being stealthy part. So, sadly, in spite of the animal decoy, that failed. And we don't find anything, but it's too close, so who knows? Did we really just miss something? Vaughn has arrived at my office for a meeting. Captain, there's some paperwork you need to fill out. What's this about? Something to do with updating your school medical insurance. Apparently, as the student council president, you're entitled to a higher tier at no extra charge. The perquisites of power. I'd do it myself, but it asks for your personal information. Parents' address, birthday, all that. Don't you know all those things about me? Of course I do. I haven't forgotten. It's just not proper. This is private data. I shouldn't be the one giving it away. If you finish it quickly, I can have it delivered and returned in time for today's assignments. So I'll see you then. Alright. So we got a lead here with the chemistry lab, so let's do this with Rowan, with a near guaranteed win. As for here, yeah, maybe we'll keep investigating, questioning people. That's right. That's how you go to the next page if necessary. We could keep looking through rooms, but it's gonna be a little risky. And our scores are very close to that 39 anyway, so we'd need to get a really good die roll for that to go through. I mean, the game should actually tell us about that. Yeah, it's going to be very ambiguous no matter what, so I don't really like that. Might want to try to go for the supply closet instead. And let's let's question Donna with Mallory, and we'll let Alcira rest this turn. Okay, quietly search the chemistry lab for clues. Hopefully we find something. You find the records of last week's experiment. A chemical was accidentally vaporized that could cause temporary dizziness, but only for a few minutes. It couldn't possibly be making girls sick now. This is suspicious. So, you may now search Myrna's room, Sydney's room, detain Myrna, detain Sydney, persuade Myrna, and persuade Sydney. So back on the other case, we're questioning Precious. Yes, I got a 91 on my music history test, so it is exactly the same score as the other person. Okay, we got jewelry, loaned jewelry, which is gonna help our persuasion. Yes, I got a 91 on my music history test. Okay, everyone got a 91. That is, I mean, that could be a coincidence. That happens. It does seem a little odd. And of course, we're already the third day of the week, so... And some cases are going to be wrapped up very quickly, some are not. I think that's also randomized, so you don't always know how much time you have left. When I did a test playthrough earlier, I got this kind of case with the potential cheating, and very quickly, like in 2 or 3 days it was done, and I barely had time to do any investigation. So it might happen. But this one we're actually making some progress on. I mean, these two are sick. Myrna is the one that said... Where is it? Myrna blamed her illness on a chemistry experiment gone wrong. And yet what we found out is that yes, there was something, but it should not be causing those kinds of symptoms. So something is odd with Myrna, I would say. So we're going to search... I mean, that's going to be tough. We're going to get ambiguous at best, I think. But we're going to search her room, and we're also going to... That's right. You have... That's when you get sometimes new types of actions. So you can either go nicely, or you can actually detain her. And again, it's randomized. Some students are going to react badly to one or the other, or maybe just resist persuasion much more easily. Some are going to be extremely pissed at being in detention, especially if they have done nothing wrong. So you take risks every time you try to go a to be a little more forceful. Same thing with harass. So persuade is green versus green, and she's actually really good at that, so that's another risk. But what we could do is use our best at persuasion and complement her with the jewelry, which I think should really help. Yeah, actually we get a guaranteed win at that point, so let's go with that. Okay, now all of them are getting pretty tired, but I still kind of want to try to solve this though. Beryl refused to talk about her grades. 91, 91. We got a lot of ambiguous results, which isn't great. 91 as well. So all three have told us the results except Beryl, apparently. Camilla, Precious, Donna, but not Beryl. So that's risky, but maybe harassing could actually work out here. So I'm gonna use size for this. Or yeah, you know what, let's make that even more likely to succeed. There we go. Combined forces. And we're gonna let Vaughn rest this time around. Okay, so that's about the discretion. So we lost some karma. That's not great, but that's not horrible either. That's what I'm really interested in, though. Okay, success, but we don't find anything. Oh man. Okay, now about persuading her. We're still too close to call. You try to convince Myrna that she's not really sick and it's all in her head. Myrna says, "You're making me feel even dizzier." I would call that a fail. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong, leave me alone. Great. So yeah, harassing, as I said, can be risky. If she had something, you know, going on, then that would have been the right move, but apparently we just failed at convincing her initially to reveal her notes, her grades, and yeah, so that's bad. Mallory has requested a private meeting. Hi, thank you for seeing me. I'm always happy to talk to my officers. Of course you are, because you're good and you're the president, and the student council does good things, right? We act for the greater good. This isn't what I was expecting. I thought it was really nice of everybody to make me their representative when I'd only just started at this school. I was looking forward to helping people, not to being a bully. We are harsh with them for their own protection. Well, yes, but I mean, sometimes... I'm sorry, I'm overreacting. I just never imagined myself on the side of people giving out discipline. It's like being a parent, isn't it? I promise, I'll do my best. Now that she's made her point, there is business at hand. So... Oh dear. I'm getting a sudden suspicion here. What if Sydney was actually behind the whole sickness thing? Which could explain why Myrna... I mean, we didn't outright fail, so it may still have been a success actually when we did the persuasion. That if Sydney is behind it, then I will explain why Myrna didn't tell us anything. I mean, didn't, just fess up about doing something wrong. Maybe she hasn't done something wrong. So let's see if we can find something here. And let's try the persuasion thing again and hope she doesn't get amazing stats. Odds unknown, yeah, makes sense. On this side of things, I'm really confused. I guess we could try investigating randomly. I'm a little lost, to be honest. Okay, if I use her here, she's definitely going to reach full stress and be unavailable on the next day, Friday. So I think I'm gonna go for her instead. Plus, it's a better total for the two stats. Yeah, that's a pretty high chance of losing, isn't it? Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll sacrifice Mallory then. And hope for the best. Oh, hello Sasa. Yes, a wild kitty streaming. That's happening. Okay, we didn't get spotted. That's good. And we didn't find anything interesting, but who knows? Who knows? Try to convince Sydney that she's not really sick and it's all in her head. Sydney says, "You're making me feel even dizzier." Okay, so that also did not go well. Yeah, she got a good roll comparatively. Very low score, but good roll. And we got caught, of course. But do we find something interesting in there? No! Ah! Okay, Mallory absent due to stress. That was to be expected. Those Ks are still going. And I'm getting really, really confused about what's going on here, to be honest. Wow. This actually feels like investigating, because you just don't know. You can't just read people's minds or be absolutely certain of anything. So it's not easy. Okay. I've been going for an hour, or about an hour so far, so I'm actually going to take a pause here. In the meantime, if anyone has any suggestions as to how to continue the investigations, I'm absolutely open to suggestions, because I'm getting a little lost here. Okay, I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Hello, Feline. Good luck with the game. Thank you. Thank you. Are you... Didn't you say earlier that you were going to stream some more later today? I don't know. Well, either way. Good luck with your own stream if that's the case. Thank you. Okay, in 30 minutes. Alright, well. If you want to stay around here for 30 minutes until then, it's you're welcome to. And if you want to prepare, of course, for your own stream, that's absolutely understandable as well. Okay. So what do we have left? Wow. I'm really not sure. I mean, we've gotten a lot of ambiguous stuff, so... Sydney only became confused. Myrna only became confused. It was Althea on both cases, though. Maybe... yeah. And she should be actually easy to persuade, so... oh no, the best would have been Mallory and she's on break. See, that's the kind of situation where having someone overstressed is not good, because then you have one less choice. Ah! Well, it's Friday, so I think on Friday you can actually use someone who's about to be fully stressed out, because they're gonna have the weekend to recuperate, if I remember correctly. Ah, man, I'm really stumped on that one. I could insist on some of the prior actions, but... I mean, we've already lost quite a bit of karma, so... that's not great. We could still search people's rooms, I suppose. No, I thought we could get some extra information on the... ah, man. Okay, that's a little bit out of desperation here, but let's see if we can find something in one of the remaining rooms for this case. And for this one, again, Mallory would have been great to give us a second opinion on the persuasion here. And detention is still an option, but this is like the harshest option. And I mean, yeah, if this is not for good reason, it's going to bite us back real hard. So, is this your first time playing this game? No, I've actually played that multiple times in the past. That said, it's been many years at that point since the last time, so I'm rediscovering the mechanics of it. I remember the game being not super easy. It can be tough sometimes, but it's made easier once you really understand how the mechanics work, and that's the part that I seem to have left behind me as time has passed, sadly. So I'm trying to relearn how it works. Yeah, the ambiguous results is one thing where I'm really unsure how it worked exactly. But I know training and items were really important to make sure you got good results, though. So that said, will that be enough? Probably not. So, thing is, in some cases, I've also had cases that end with actually nothing happening. As in, like for this case, it's not impossible that it will end with the two girls who were supposedly sick suddenly realizing, oh no, actually I guess we were not that sick, and maybe it was just a passing thing, and there's actually nothing to really find. It's kind of just made so you possibly insist too much, thinking there's absolutely someone doing something wrong, and then you just lose your reputation doing so. So yeah, the game is tricksy that way. So you know what? I'm just gonna, yeah. I want to see. Also, I want to see how the rest thing works with the weekend, because I don't remember. That's it. That's it. What we can do is use the supply closet. That might give us lemons, but that might also give us useful items for next time. Okay. So it is. Okay, that seems to confirm that it's +10 over the opposing result for success. Okay, so that's good. Now, please find something. It was such a cover rating. Even if there's something, yeah, it's okay, that's good for observation. And this is the weekend. So let's check our results. Yeah, Althea, I'm starting to suspect a little bit, because lots of unclear results, only 1 success. Rowan, who I was suspecting initially, actually got 5 success since then, total. So, much more normal. And the others, I mean, they all have a little unclear, but they mostly have successes also, so yeah. Althea is starting to look really suspicious, but Rowan might just have had some luck with, I don't know, because again, if the assignment has to succeed statistically, the trader is not going to be stupid. They're not going to fail that on purpose, because that would be so obvious. So they're always trying to work within the within the margin of error that everyone gets on a task. And basically what they do mechanically is they fudge the dice. I mean, usually the die would be random 1 to 20, but what the trader does is they're actually able to control the result of the die, and they make it as low as they can without looking too suspicious, so they can get an ambiguous result, and then they fail on purpose. So it's very sneaky. This is about pinning down some crime, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well, it's yes. Overall, you control or you order around 5 officers in a private all-girl high school, and the idea is that, at least in the setting, in the school, there's all sorts of shenanigans happening. From the very basic things of people cheating on tests to, I don't know, I mean, to potential alcohol use, drug use, potential secret societies forming, things like that. And you have really lighthearted stuff, you could say, or really, you know, unimportant things beyond, you know, potential reputation for the school, reputation effects. But then as the game progresses, especially, you get more and more serious things potentially happening. And yeah, the goal is to investigate those cases, try to find what's going on, try to find out who the culprit is, if there is a culprit. Sometimes there's no culprit, sometimes it's just random stuff happening, coincidences. And try to keep the school running and your council's reputation as high as possible. Okay, we're back to selecting who we want to visit on the weekend. If anyone has found a potential favorite since last time, feel free to suggest one of our 5 officers: Althea, Vaughn, Rowan, Size, or Mallory. And otherwise, of course, I'll make the choice on my own. But I've played the game often enough that I don't feel like I have to go for anyone specific at that point. Also looking at the stats a little bit here. Yeah, Mallory is actually good at stealth as well. So Rowan is the best, Mallory is second. Vaughn is almost an all-rounder, except she's really good at perception. Okay. Alright, I'm not seeing any chat reaction for now, so I'm gonna go with Alcia. Feel free to suggest the next person if you want for the Sunday. You go to Alcia's room and knock on the door. Okay, so we get to invite her to something. Let's go movie. I suppose. I didn't have anything in particular planned for today. Shall we? The cinema front is decorated with posters for various films and a marquee of showtimes. So we can pick the film and let her choose the snacks. We can let her choose the film and ourselves pick the snacks. Or we skip snacks and look at the movie list together. I'm gonna try to pick the film and she'll choose the snacks. Oh, okay, that's already not a good idea apparently. You wanna eat here? I admire their business sense in ruthlessly exploiting a captive audience, but it's all grease and garbage. She shrugs. I'll get you popcorn if you want. She walks off, leaving you to peruse the list of titles. Okay, so maybe we should have gone for no snacks. Currently on offer are an animated children's film, something about gangsters, something with guns and opera singers, a historical romance, and some sort of dance film. So, Dragon's Pilot, Northern Northwest, Il Dolce Suono, Falling Silk, and Light Steps. I already forgot the descriptions. I think that's the dance one. That's gangsters. I forgot about this and this already. Heck, I actually also forgot about that one. My memory is not great. Can I actually go back? Oh, awesome. Okay, this game has a rollback option. So, okay, the first one, Dragon, is animated children film. Okay. Something with guns and opera singer. That's probably Il Dulce something. And historical romance. Historical romance. What could she enjoy? Philin says, I thought it's always clear crime like Cluedo. No, that's the thing. It's often very ambiguous, and that's why it's hard. That's why it's difficult sometimes, because it's all randomized. You don't have you have very little certainty when you're going into a case, even if you've played a lot of times, even if you've seen the case style already, or the case category, I guess you could call it. It's still going to be randomized, so you don't know, like, for a given start of a case, there may be 3, 4, 5 different endings, and for those it could be any of the involved people being the culprit. Yeah, so you really actually have to investigate. Okay, let's try Il Dolce Suono. I have no idea if that's a good idea, but after she returns with the popcorn, you hand over a ticket and proceed into the cinema together. You settle in to watch a movie about an inspiring young soprano whose opera career is boosted by her willingness to undertake assignments from secret government organizations. She mingles with the internationally rich and famous, finally landing an invitation to an exclusive diplomatic event in Cold War Russia. Unfortunately, her cover is blown, and while she escapes with her life, her jewels, and some important secrets, a knife injury to the throat ruins her singing voice forever. Althea yawns and stretches. Not a bad film. I liked all the double crossing. I could have done without the singing. Those high pitches hurt my ears. She did look nice in that dress, though. I wish the ending were happier. That's how you know it's a serious drama. Nobody believes a happy ending. That's a worrying note to end the evening on. Anyway, I guess we'd better be heading back. Althea's loyalty increased by 5. And I believe the loyalty always increases, no matter which choices you pick, I think. There may be the best choices maybe give you more loyalty, that's actually quite possible. But I think the simple act of focusing on someone seems to be what gives you the bonus. Hello, Bishop! Thank you for the bepis. I do need to drink, actually, because it's seriously hot here. The weather has been getting much warmer again. Okay. Okay, who to go visit this time? So loyalty. Let's go see Mallory.
Oh, hi. How are you? Are you having a good weekend?
If you have time, I'd like to speak with you.
Sure. What's it about?
I'd like to get to know you better.
Oh, okay.
The storm brought the temperature down to around 20 degrees here. 20? Wow. I mean, we've gotten a little rain. I don't know if it's been stormy or not, but apparently it's not enough for here yet. Hopefully soon. Mallory tags along behind you to the student council office and waits while you open the door.
It's so quiet in here.
Okay. Have a seat and I'll pour the tea.
Thanks.
You prepare the drinks and set out the gold rimmed teacups. Okay. Let's see. This seems very cliche, and that's probably gonna fail. But I kinda wanna go for the pink frosted cupcakes. Let's see how that goes.
Oh, cupcakes!
Okay, I guess the cliche worked on this one. Mallory picks up the teacup and takes a careful sip.
Huh.
Do you like it?
I'm not sure yet. It's very different. Thank you for preparing this for me. I know you must be very busy, being president and all. It's a big change coming to a school like this, but everyone's been really nice to me.
What's the biggest difference you see here?
Not seeing my parents, and no boys. Doesn't it drive you crazy sometimes, not being able to go out or have a room to yourself?
It's hard sometimes.
I know, right? If you keep an animal penned up too long, it just pines away. Their feathers fall out. It works the same with people, too. People can lose their hair from stress.
She reaches up to pat her shining copper curls.
Still hair. Huh.
I'm sure you'll adapt.
Blending in just like a chameleon. A really shiny one, with red hair.
Mallory looks up at the clock.
Thank you for the tea, but if it's okay, I should probably go. Maybe we can do something again? Another weekend?
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Wait, I already said that. Everyone is so polite here. I get carried away. Bye-bye.
Loyalty plus 5. Reminder, expelling a student should be a last resort, because expulsion always damages the school's reputation. However, if a student is a danger to herself and others, it is better to remove her permanently. So, yeah, sometimes it comes to that. Okay, save.
When you have fun, you gotta go. See ya. See you, Celine. Feline. Ah, I'm getting them wrongs all the time lately. Yep. Have a good stream then. I'll probably. Hopefully, I can catch at least some of it. See, case number 3. Looks like it was just a coincidence. So this is, I think, the cheating one. So the suspicious similarity was actually nothing to worry about. And yet, with all our investigating and failing, we lost 15 karma out of it, even though nothing was wrong. Ah! Yeah, that's how tricksy this game can be. We get a new case now. Something or someone set off the smoke alarm in the disused classroom, but when investigated, there was no sign of the cause. Find out who's responsible. A shipment of supplies has gone missing. Catechism booklets. If those supplies aren't found by September 23rd, okay, the special religion lesson will have to be cancelled. Lisa, Kyoko, Letitia, and Ariel are in that class. Do they know anything? Oh dear, the case number 2 is still going strong. Now Caitlin and Elizabeth have fallen ill as well. So maybe something is actually going on. Also Rowan is absent. So maybe weekend does not reset the stress levels as I thought it did. That's good to know. Yeah, I guess it does not. Wow, ouch. So, nope, forget what I said about the Friday. It is not helping at all, actually. Oop, also, I just lost my chat room. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is getting weird. This is getting real strange. Let's question. And let's question as well. This one is about the smoke alarm, so let's inspect. As for this one, it's about the shipment of catechism booklets. So, wow, this one is super exposed, so it would be extremely obvious if we search. So maybe we'll question people instead. And she's not that great at this, but let's try it. Okay, so what case is this? Oh, the plague thing. Okay, Caitlin says, I know why I'm sick. It's because of that experiment in the chemistry lab last week. The fumes got into the air and they're poisoning everyone. She seems disturbingly enthusiastic about the prospect. This is suspicious. Huh. You may now search Caitlin's room and Elizabeth's room. Intriguing. Okay, that's again for the plague. Elizabeth says, I know why I'm sick. It's because of that experiment in the chemistry lab. Okay, so I wonder if too close to cold gives you that result and the actual success gives you what we just had, which is a little more precise. Okay, cover is very, very low. There's a lingering floral scent in the air, like heavy perfume. You don't see any sign of the source. Intriguing. Someone wearing perfume possibly triggered the alarm. As for the missing school supplies, too close to call. Kyoko says, missing school supplies? Don't know, don't care. Alright. So I think we're gonna stake out the disused classroom. We're gonna use Rowan for that because that's just appropriate, and hopefully whoever did this is going to show up again. Now Caitlin, was it Caitlin? I think it was.
Friends chat with Caitlin, she seemed excited by the idea. Yeah. So Caitlin sus. Caitlin sus. Can we persuade Caitlin? Mallory should be able to do something about it. That's 100% win. So yes. Hopefully that solves this case. But no, actually, let's focus on this one for now. Let's question other people here. Let's go with Althea and Thais. You hide and watch as people go by. You notice Ariana posing by the door and looking around as if afraid of being seen, but she leaves without doing anything else. Odd. You may now question and harass Ariana. I mean, that was a success, so she didn't leave because she spotted us or anything. So, you cheer up Caitlin and convince her that her illness has passed. Caitlin has been neutralized. She's no longer a target in this case. Ah. Interesting. So we're maybe actually supposed to do that. Just convince them that nothing's wrong? Which means it's all in their head? Ariel says, I'm sorry, I don't have any idea. But again, too close for call. Which again is with Althea, so no, seriously, I'm super suspicious of her now. I'm sorry, I don't have any idea. Also too close to call, though. Well. Okay, so maybe we'll try to persuade, but we need people who are good at this. Okay, 100% win. I think even Althea should make that work, hopefully. We really need Rowan and Mallory to rest now, though. So what's left? Questioning here. And we only have inspect for this, but I guess Thais can do that actually. Okay, so trying to convince them they're not sick. Didn't work. And this is Althea, so of course it didn't work. I really thought wait a minute. Didn't I say there was a 100% chance of success on this though? Okay, that's odd. Missing school supplies, don't know, don't care. Super helpful. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, too close to call. Gee. This is getting tough. Oh, resting seems to really recover, though. I think we got two days worse, maybe? So, let's try to convince, or persuade, rather, Elizabeth. And, okay, let me check. Yeah, we had 100% win. And she's still... That's something I didn't know was even possible. That what I assume is the traitor here could actually even beat the odds in that fashion. That just... wow. That's crazy. Well, if anything, that really proves that there's a problem here. Either that or I don't know, I did something crazy? I don't know. Okay, let's try the persuasion thing here. As such, gosh, I'm trying to remember what we can do with a person if we know they're the traitor. I mean, at some point in the game, you have to reveal them, but in the meantime, and I think it's the same thing if you send them to Supply Claudette, they mostly bring back lemons, I think. Gosh, I don't remember that part. Okay, this case is moving nowhere right now. This is very annoying. Also, yes, Ariana. So let's question. I don't know. Kind of want to harass on this one right away. Seems appropriate. And I would want to go with Althea, but she's probably gonna mess it up. So, and Thais is going to go out of commission if I use her. But I think I'm gonna do it nonetheless. Okay, what's left? We could have Rowan go for the supply closet. And maybe let the other ones rest for now. Unless, can we use her for anything here? Green and blue against green and black. Green and black, very strong. Green and black, pretty strong as well. And they're all pretty strong, really. So 46. It's even beyond 50, so she would be the most likely. Letha, what did we get on her? Letha, confident in her skills, Letha denied. Okay, so it's not even worth doing again. Okay. Arg. Well, let's leave it at that for now. Is the wooden roller for torture? Yeah, yes. Maybe it's not actually used. I do not know, because the game does not really outright say so, but it's like the baseball bat. They're intimidation items, so maybe it's just the presence of the item that's enough to intimidate. I hope that's all it is, and it's not actually used, because that would go even darker than it already is. I assume it's really just intimidation. You cheer up Elizabeth and convince her that illness has passed. Okay. I guess we're just gonna have to go all around and convince everyone that, hey, you're not actually sick. Maybe it's a case of like group hallucination, or at least group persuasion kind of thing. So, does that work out? Yeah. She squeaks, I'm really sorry, I was freshening up in there and I think my spray deodorant set off the smoke alarm. I didn't mean to. Ah, looks like there's no mystery after all. Nice. Okay, I mean, could have been better, but that's not so bad. Actually, I don't even know how do you how do you even get any better? I mean, I guess we just went a little slow-ish, as in not perfect. I don't know. Game can be stingy with those skill points sometimes. And we got a new wooden roller. Yay! Dozens of girls fall ill with mysterious symptoms, blaming poisonous gases in the school. It's a scandal. The school loses 10 reputation. So, yeah. We didn't get there in time, basically. And there may not have been anything actually happening health-wise. It may just be, again, kind of a group hallucination, but that's enough to cause a scandal. So, yes, hallucination collective, exactly. But yes, reputation and scandals can actually even come from stuff that does not exist, so very risky. Is that a new case? The faculty realized that an accounting error meant... Oh no, that's for case 5. The faculty realized that an accounting error meant these supplies were never ordered in the first place. No mystery after all. Okay, so another non-case, which thankfully explains why we didn't find anything either in the classroom or with the students. This is absent due to stress, yes. Miss Talmadge has arrived at my office for a meeting. So for the people who weren't there in the beginning of the stream, she's the... actually, what is she? I don't remember her role in the academy / school. But she's the one kind of in charge of you as the student council president. So, Miss Talmage. Good afternoon, Elsa. I hope your regular investigations are progressing well. However, that's not why I'm here. Now that you've had some time to mingle with the girls and watch their behavior, do you have any leads on who the traitor might be? It's too soon to be certain, of course, but perhaps you might have identified a prime suspect. Actually, yes. Althea. Why do you suspect her? She's too uninvolved. She doesn't have your reasons to care if this council succeeds. It isn't her future on the line. Whatever the case, time is not on your side. The traitor must be exposed and expelled before the Harvest Festival. That means on October 24th, you must be prepared to deliver a final verdict. You cannot investigate each student equally. Focus on your attention on those who seem most suspicious, build their loyalty, and learn their secrets. The school board is counting on you to make the right decision. I'll leave you to your work. Okay. And we have no case, apparently. So, rest for everyone. We don't actually have any room for any other items, so... Yeah, I guess... well, I guess we could train someone, though. So let's have Vaughn for training. But everyone else is gonna rest. And we're gonna give you a little more observation. Whoop. Okay, who to visit? Let's go for the potential traitor, just to make sure. But also because I know from playing the game that there's ways that if you really boost the loyalty up, even of the traitor, they may actually be, how to put this? You may still get them on your side, is what I'm trying to say. You go to Althea's room and knock on the door. So, we've used the movie thing, so now we have the 3 other options. And that's going to be the case for pretty much all the ladies. You have those 4 date types to go with. Let's go picnic. A picnic? A picnic? Well, that could be interesting. Alright, I'll meet you outside. You head out onto the school grounds and look for a place to spread your blanket. Public, maybe, for her. You wander across the sunny lawn until you find soft, thick grass to hold your basket. A few minutes later, Althea arrives. Showing off, hmm? You're afraid to be seen with me? I'm never afraid. Althea lounges across the blanket, one elbow propping her weight. So, what do you have on offer? Okay, time to pick the right food. Okay, she didn't seem to really like the, as she put it, the grease and whatever and garbage from the popcorn at the movies, so I guess hamburgers and fries are not going to be the right idea. That said, would she go for the absolute opposite of salad and such? Maybe fajitas. Let's try fajitas and rice from the cafeteria. Sour cream and salsa with no table in these white uniforms? Okay, that's a good point. I like a girl with daring. Let's see if you can manage it. we may have scored a point there. What will I win if I succeed? Then, next time we have a picnic, I'll bring the food. Eat up. You settle in to eat your food. Several times, younger students pose nearby to greet Althea before running off in giggles. More of your fan club? It's flattering, but girls like that aren't very interesting. If I invited them to sit with us, they'd just babble or faint. After finishing her food, Althea relaxes, taking in the outside air. You know, Elsa, sometimes I wonder if we keep to ourselves too much. Not the council, the school, all of us, this place. set it up as an ivory tower. It's supposed to give us the best opportunities. But how can they be the best when there's so few to choose from? All these rules and regulations, all the reputations we have to keep up. They think they know what a proper young lady ought to be, and they try to cut everyone down until we fit that shape. They want us to excel, but only in the fields that they think matter. And there's too few of us. It's too easy to be the best. Without real competition, there's no point in even trying. What do you want to compete in? I don't know. I don't have anything particular in mind. Maybe I should take up mountain climbing. That would give me something to work for. I've never been to Tibet. Althea climbs to her feet and stretches. Thanks for the picnic. I'll see you around. Okay. And our second lady of the weekend. Let's try Rowan again. Or wait. Yeah. You go to Rowan's room and knock on the door. Alright, we've reached the date point. Wow, open night at the coffee house, that would be so not her. Planetarium, maybe? Does it cost money? Only if we go to a laser show. I don't really want to see lasers. Alright, we can go. Oh wait, that was her voice actually. Alright, we can go. You head to the Science Museum where you bypass the super high definition movie displays to walk into the largely empty planetarium. The seats are large and comfortable, and it's not at all difficult to find two of them together. You lean back and wait. Eventually, a program unfolds, detailing the search for planets outside our solar system. The narrator's voice is dry but knowledgeable. She's far more pleasant to listen to than your own physics professor. As best as you can remember the introduction, she's a head researcher at an East Coast university. You wonder if she'll ever see an exoplanet with her own eyes. Outside, after the show, you catch Rowan yawning out of the corner of your eye. Were you bored? I was distracted. What were you thinking about? People. I was thinking about a story and my mind wandered. What sort of story? People from other planets? And like, if you found out one day that you were from another world? Sorry, it's dumb. I think we should go back to school now. Failing to solve the major cases Miss Talmage assigns, such as finding the traitor, will lead to a game over. And yes, I can attest to that. Urgent. Janessa reports that her roommate Candy never returned to their room last night. Her whereabouts are currently unknown. She may be lost, or injured, or even kidnapped. Does her best friend Jasmine have any information? Okay, so we have Janessa and Jasmine. New case. School property has been defaced in the east hallway. Various surfaces have been blackened and scarred. What happened here? Investigate. Okay, those are our new cases now. Alright. So... Oh, that's right. Now I remember how you can make use of the traitor. Actually, you can, as long as you combine them with someone else on a task, they're not going to be able to fail on purpose. So that's how you do it. But that does mean they kind of only serve as a complement to someone else's actions as a result. So that said, we could. Well, let's go with this questioning, and we could actually assign them with someone who's not even great for the task, because she's going to be doing the work, but the other one's going to be there to keep an eye on her. So that should work out, hopefully. As for the east hallway, let's first inspect it. And we're also going to inspect Candy's room. And finally, question Janessa. Alright. Jasmine says, I'm sorry, I don't know what's been going on with Candy lately. She's been avoiding me. Janessa might know more. Ah, so the best friend has been kept out of the loop. You find a few drops of candle wax. Someone was trying to set a fire? Well, that would explain the charred stuff, if I remember. Okay. Candy's room. I don't find any clues, but yeah, not the absolute best result. Janessa says, I know she was unhappy at school, but I never thought she'd really do it. Do what? Oi. What do you know? Is this where we harass? I think it is. Well, Thais would be good for that, but then we'll lose her, so I think I'm gonna go with Althea and Rowan? No, wait. Actually, let me first maybe deal with this. Let's yeah, let's stake out the hallway. Alright, so Janessa, harass green and red, so she's gonna be the best anyway at this. So whoever, let's go with Vaughn again. Alright, and let's have these two rest. You hide and wait. After a while, you see Dixie sneak in and look around furtively. This is suspicious. You may now question, harass, and stalk Dixie. You may now search Dixie's room. And on the other side, okay, I'll talk. She hated it here. She kept talking about running away to the city. That's all I know. It's not like I read her diary or anything. Really? You may now explore the city. Okay. Alright, I don't... it's got a little weird thingy here. I guess that's not skill related? I'm not sure anymore. Okay, we can't send Althea because we know how that's gonna go. Let's send Thais then. Okay, now this thing has progressed a little bit, so let's kinda wanna go for harass on this one. Let's have Mallory on this. Right. Because we also want to search the room here. So Rowan should be enough for this. Okay, so let's harass. But Althea would be great for that. We'll have Mallory as the chaperone of sorts. And we'll have Vaughn resting. Oh wow, okay. So that's the city thing, and we actually have to pick where we go. Wow. Something tells me that if we actually manage to search her room, we may have found her diary, which is probably why that was mentioned by the other girl. And I think that may have given us the hint as to where she might be. Right now we don't have that hint, so we kind of have to go random. That's why the park, I guess. You don't see her anywhere. Okay. You're caught ransacking Dixie's room? Well, yeah, of course. And we didn't find anything, but who knows? Dixie says, back off, you can't prove anything. This is suspicious. Indeed. Very suspicious. Well, I guess we may have to stalk then. Rowan, please. And on this side we need to have... let's go with Vaughn this time. Can we somehow... I don't think we have anyone who's gonna be good enough at this. Then again, with this on top, that may help. We're certain to be spotted, almost certain. But we may find something, so I'll try. Dixie doesn't seem to notice you following her around. You don't learn anything new. Well, that's not good. Okay, in the city beauty salon? You don't see her anywhere. Great! Okay, that we knew was gonna happen. You find several packs of matches and tubes of replacement lighter fluid. This is disturbing. You may now detain, suspend, and expel Dixie. Okay. We're moving forward. An envelope is sitting in the student council in tray addressed to Elsa Jackson, CEO St. Claudine Student Council. It's not an assignment from Miss Dolmage. This came through regular mail. There's a stamp and a postmark, but no return address. Inside the envelope, you find 3 kiosk printed photographs. A picture of you walking across campus, taken from some distance. A picture of a window set in a stone wall like the walls of the school buildings, and a zoom in on that window at night, just enough to make out the familiar confines of your own bedroom. The last item in the envelope is a matte black rectangle of heavy cardstock the size and shape of a business card, but entirely without text. The only mark printed on the card is a teardrop of red in one corner, small enough to cover with your thumb. Whoever sent this, they wanted you to be aware that they know where you sleep. With no other clues to go on, the only thing to do is set it aside for the moment and go on with your work. Well, that's worrying. Candy was discovered in the city living with a man. It's a scandal. And we weren't fast enough. Arg! School loses 10 reputation. That's bad. That's bad. Okay, now we have the vandalizing case left, and supposedly we found what we need. Let's try detention. At least once. Creeps. Okay. Let's use Alcia. Oh, that would be enough actually. Okay, well then let's just have her go with Mallory then. Again, just to avoid Alcia doing the traitor thing. And that... well, actually Vaughn could go to the supply closet now to replace the item we're using. Wait, have I used that? I have used an item, yeah? Dixie glares at you sullenly all through detention. So that's, I mean, that's a success, but that means that's the best we get, and that's not good. So we may have to go with harsher means. Ugh. Loan jewelry, okay, good. And we've reached the weekend already. Okay. Sasa, you need a nap. We'll lurk. Have fun. Thank you. Have a good nap. Okay. Let's I'm gonna keep doing Althea again because there might be a way to redeem her. You go to Althea's room and knock on her door. Are you interested in open night at the coffee house? Open mic? Right. Are you a performer, Elsa? There's only one way to find out. Clever. Always keep them guessing. Alright, you've got my interest. Lead the way. The coffee house is a warm, intimate space filled primarily with students and young professionals. The two of you in your white uniforms stand out from the crowd, but not enough for anyone to stare. Althea signs up for a performance slot while you order the drinks. When her turn comes, she swaggers onto the small stage, wraps her hand around the microphone, and draws it close to her lips. My love is like a red, red rose, a rosebud wet and tight. That's not the way the poem goes, but the lady knows I'm right. Her petals' feathered edges bloom along my tracing touch. Her perfume gently scents the room. But have I said too much? She continues in this vein, all smoldering glances and innuendo. The audience is eating it up. When she finally finishes, they drum their feet against the wooden floor and cheer. Althea takes her seat next to you and grins. I didn't know you were a poet. I'm not. I ripped it off. I'm good at saying the lines, not writing them. Your turn. Fine, watch me. Something tells me she wouldn't take well to the other, more meek version. You take your place at the microphone. Wow. Oh, wow. Talk about yourself? I don't know. For lack of any other idea, you introduce yourself to the crowd and talk about your life and the stresses you're under, all carefully disguised so as not to give too much away, of course. The audience appears politely bored. You don't say. The next performer marches onto the stage and you return to your seat. The rest of the show is unremarkable. Well, thank you for a very interesting evening. I'll see you later. Okay. Don't know if I really want points beyond the loyalty thing. I don't even know if you're supposed to win anything or if it's more about getting to understand the characters. I may have to read a walkthrough or something to know those things for sure. We haven't got one with size yet, so let's see. Oh well, oh Elsa, what do you want? I've come to invite you to tea. Oh, well, alright then. You lead the way to the office and hold the door for Thais as she enters. So, what would you like to drink? Green tea. I don't have green tea. Well, you should. It's healthier. I have no intention of drinking common tea. I will be right back. You sit and wait while she returns to her room to fetch her tea chest. There. May I try some of that? Of course, but you should order your own in the future. You prepare the drinks and set out the Gold Dream teacups. So, what would she like? I'm tempted to go with no snacks. We'll see. Thais sips delicately from her cup and settles it back in its saucer. So, was there something you wanted to talk to me about? This isn't about my sister, is it? I wanted to talk about the student council. What about it? We're doing alright, aren't we? Do you enjoy being an officer?
Of course I enjoy it. Anyone would. We're the real power in this school. Well, I suppose technically the teachers are in charge, but that's just shallow thinking. This is the end of the road for them. It's only the beginning for us. I'm certainly not going to end up like Miss Dolmage. You don't like Miss Dolmage? It's not about her. It's what she is. A spinster and a servant. And she'll probably be that for the rest of her life. Whoever heard of a teacher becoming anything important? She's not even that old. Not like some of the nuns we get. She's just given up on life. It's pathetic. Thais twists her cup around on its saucer. So, I still don't understand why I'm here. What do you want from me? Do you want a makeover or something? Are you saying I need one? No offense, but whether you're trying to fit in or stand out, there's a lot more you could do with yourself. Well, you know where to find me when you're ready. I should be going. Ta. Okay. If one of your minions is a secret traitor, she can't sabotage the task if you assign another minion to the task with her. Yep, as we've discovered. Okay, I'm going to take my second pose. So I will be back in, as usual, 5 to 10 minutes. See you in a moment.
Alright. Okay, so let's start the week. A new case. Melina will be representing St. Claudine's at the Citywide Trivia Bowl on October the 7th. Her performance will reflect on the school. Make sure she's up for the challenge. Another case. We suspect something inappropriate is being forwarded around the class on cell phones, but the teachers have been unable to find out what. Is a scandal brewing? Investigate students Delia, Crystal, and Stella. Okay, so that's 2 new cases. We still have this one going. I just utterly forgot where we were at. Oh yes, that's right. We held her in detention. It was not enough. So sadly, I think we're gonna have to at least suspend her. But we may actually have to expel her. That's quite possible. So the fragile genius. Let's question her first. Let's see how she's doing. And let's investigate the phone users on the other side. And we'll let the other ones rest for now. Dixie receives a week's suspension. The school loses 1 reputation, which is a small price to pay for now. Melina says, I'm totally psyched for the trivia bowl. Tori says she'll be rooting for me. You may now question, harass, and stalk Tori. Okay, so we're gonna have to check up on that Tori lady. So the cell phones. Delia says, oh, have you seen that forward too? Pretty funny, isn't it? Whatever the message is, this girl definitely knows about it. You may now search Delia's room. One of the other ladies. Yeah, somebody forwarded me something naughty, but I deleted it. Ah. Well, at least we have 1 room that we can check out. So that's going to be extremely difficult not to be spotted doing it. So our karma is again going to take a hit, and then we have to hope that it's not too hard to find the phone in there. And well, since we're going to be spotted almost certainly, I think we're gonna but Vaughn needs to rest now. Shoot. Okay, well I guess we will send her one then. Not great. Okay, so this we can wait out. It's not gonna be a problem until she comes back. So really we have those 2 cases to deal with. Right, the friend of the genius. So let's check this person. Let's go with Mallory. And let's do that actually. That might be another interesting use of the traitor. We know she's gonna fail. So let's use it on something that does not matter, like questioning this person, and we're gonna have her use the lemon doing so. That way we get rid of that lemon while not having any, hopefully not having any problematic consequences. You're caught, yeah, I was expecting that. And 53 cover, that's gonna be... You can't find her cell phone anywhere. Maybe she's still carrying it. Huh. Okay. So that's for... Wait, a delicate blossom. Tori says, I'm looking forward to seeing Melina compete. I've even planned a party the night before to get her pumped up. That might not be a great idea. She may need concentration. Crystal says, there's nothing suspicious on my phone. Okay, but again, we don't really care. That was just to waste the lemon. Mallory has arrived at my office holding a small box. Hi, Elsa. I brought you something. You shouldn't have. I didn't. Mommy did. She opens the box to reveal an assortment of apparently homemade cookies. See, it's my birthday today. So Mommy sent me a care package, and I thought it would be nice to share with the rest of the student council. So here you go. You can give them to the others. Happy birthday. Thanks. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Bye-bye. Well, that's awfully nice of you. Okay, so we want to persuade her. Oh, she got a very low green, so that should be real easy. But I'm saying that, but I think Mallory is still the one we're gonna have to use for that anyway. The other ones are just a little too close to it. So, what does it say? Someone was maybe still carrying the phone? So Delia. Stalking Delia. Can we use someone else? Not as effective, so let's go with this. Let's send Sais to the Sublime Closet, because we know she loves doing that. We could try stalking her, but that seems a little risky. I don't know. Let's see actually. Then we might find out something that we are not expecting. Tori says, maybe we should have the party afterwards instead. Yes! That is a good idea. Delia doesn't seem to notice you following her around. You see her pause to look at something on her phone, then giggle. Whatever the secret message is, she definitely knows about it. Well, we know that already, actually. Ah, okay. So... But also she has her phone, so we're probably gonna need to harass at that point. You rummage around in a stethoscope. A little bonus to observation. Melina doesn't seem to notice you following her around, but you don't learn anything new. Okay. But yeah, it's all about Delia at that point, so harass time. We're gonna need to use... Wait, what's her score? She's gonna use green and red. That's 50. And we have 55 here. And wow, yeah, we're gonna need to use this. So let's use Althea with a chaperone and let everyone else rest in the meantime. Because I think that one is pretty much solved at that point. We're avoiding the party that may have messed up the genius. In a panic, Delia resets her phone, wiping all the data from it. Now there's no evidence. Delia has been neutralized. She's no longer a target in this case. Dang. Okay. Melina received a trophy for her performance at the Trivia Bowl. The school gains 5 reputation. Yay! Two skill training points. So, Okay, so apparently Stella saw the message but deleted it. Crystal, though, denied all knowledge, but it was Althea doing it and we got ambiguous results, so hopefully I'm not skipping ahead by going for harassing right away. She's got a low score, so I think that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna work out. We're gonna keep the training points around for now. We just let people rest. Crystal says, I looked at that email and I deleted it. I didn't write it and I didn't send it to anyone, so leave me alone. Okay. Well, if that's the case, we may have just I don't know, like killed the thing in the I hope so. Okay, who to visit? Haven't talked to Vaughn yet, I think. Elsa? Hi, did you need something? I've come to invite you to tea. Oh, alright, thank you, that sounds lovely. Vaughn follows you to your office, looking back and forth as she enters. I wasn't sure if anyone else would be here. Why would you like to drink? Really, I can take care of that. You should sit. I'll prepare the tea. If you insist. Vaughn prepares tea and shortbread for both of you. She's managed a fair approximation of the right amount of milk for your cup, too. Vaughn sips from her cup and smiles at you. So, here we are. It is nice to have a chance to sit and relax between crises. But there's something on your mind, isn't there? How do you feel about this school? It's one of the best, of course, academically at least. Sometimes I wonder if all of our rules and regulations are properly preparing us for the real world. Things are different out there. At least, I assume they are. I've never been to another school. You and I have both been here for a very long time. So has Althea. And her sister as well, I suppose. I never particularly noticed size when we were younger. I don't know many people in her grade. Are you looking forward to being a senior? Yes and no. It's the position I've worked for and everything I've had to look up to all these years. But after senior year comes graduation. I do want to graduate. I have so many plans, I'm eager to get started. Still, this is my home. After graduation, nothing will ever be the same again. The chances we miss, we can't get back. Vaughn rests her fingers on the edge of the table. This is a strange tea party, isn't it? I suppose we should talk about hats, or hairdressing, or politics, all similarly frivolous. Why do you call me Captain? Keep thinking. You'll get there eventually. Okay. She sets down her teacup. I really should go. I need to study. Thank you for your time and the tea. Thank you for coming. And we're gonna go for Althea. Would you like to go to the planet? Well, that's the only option left, so planetarium it is. Well, how unexpected. So tell me, Elsa, what interests you most about the planetarium? It's relaxing? That's one way to look at it. Others might say exciting. But you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? It wouldn't suit for you anyway, my dear. I expect you'd bite my hand off. Only if you deserved it. Oh, I would. I definitely would. Really, Elsa? In all the time you've known me, have I ever been interested in gazing at stars? I'm not sure why you'd invite me. I enjoy your company. Sometimes I wonder why. It's been a very long time since you and I were of the same mind. At least, I think so. But it's hard to tell after we drifted apart. You changed first, but I'm not exactly the same person I was back then either. Little me, Playground Warlord. Wasn't it you who came up with that title? She shakes her head. Sorry, I shouldn't keep you. You go on and have a good time. We can do something another day, alright? I'll see you later. Rightio. Rumor has it that a secret society is forming among the student body, and Elise and Angelita may be the latest members. Find out if this group poses a threat to the school's reputation. Someone has hung an unauthorized poster in the north hallway. It's an unflattering picture of Mariam, enlarged and covered with insulting references. Find out who's responsible and make sure they don't do it again. Oh, and that's our older case. Dixie returned to school, apparently uncowed by her punishment. Either she was innocent, or stronger actions may be needed. Well, I guess we don't have a choice at that point. Detention didn't work, suspending didn't work. We know she's responsible, or... unless, I guess. I mean, that's the other thing. Sometimes there are people putting the blame on others, like, you know, planting fake evidence as well. That's happened. So, but frankly, that's all we have to go with right now. So hopefully I'm not making a big mistake, because if I remember correctly, that's gonna hit the school reputation anyway. So I'd like it to be not for nothing, if possible. And we still have that case going, but supposedly... so Delia, we dealt with Delia because I think she deleted... Delia wiped her phone data, removing the evidence. Crystal admitted seeing the message but claimed to have already deleted it. I wonder if it's possible that she's still able to lie about that. In spite of the success, I mean. May have to stalk just in case. She's not great at observation, so let's have Mallory do this. Or wait, yeah, Mallory. Okay, in the meantime, new hallway. Inspection sounds good. We may find a clue. The girl in the picture, we could question her. Let's go with Alcyon Size. And finally, members of the cult. Let's stalk one of them. And I'm seeing cult, I don't know, secret society. It might be something absolutely innocent. We don't know yet. Yeah, 5 karma. And 5 karma and 5 reputation. Ouch. Okay, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's solved, but I don't even know if that means that we've really... I mean, nice, maybe? I don't know. Either way, it took way too long to solve, so not great. Crystal doesn't seem to notice you following her around, but you don't learn anything new. So that was for the cell phone thingy. So she may have deleted it for real then. Okay. The poster thing, you don't find anything new. Okay. The victim. Mariam says, I don't know, why does everyone hate me? You may not persuade Mariam. Secret society. Elise doesn't seem to notice as you follow her to the old playground. What's going on here? You may now search, guard, and stake out the old playground. Okay, moving forward. So, phone. It seems like we're really done, but at the same time, I wonder if it's just on a timer, and we just have to wait it out now that we've supposedly gotten rid of everything. I hope I'm not missing something. Feel free to to point out anything weird in the chat, by the way. I may be just not paying attention enough. Okay, so playground. Let's we could guard, I suppose. We could question. Oh no, that's gonna. Mallory needs to rest now. Okay, we'll go with her. This would require a persuade, but I don't like that one. I'm gonna stake out the whole way just in case someone comes back. So, the playground. Standing guard, you catch Carrie trying to sneak up on you. She runs away before you can speak to her, but she drops what looks like a bad luck charm. This is suspicious. You may now question, harass, detain, suspend, and expel Carrie. Jytia says, I don't know what you're talking about. You hide and wait. After a while you hear footsteps approach, but then they sneak away again before you can see who they belong to. We may have failed that one. That's a really high observation score right there. Wow. Okay, so Carrie. Let's try a harass for now, or maybe detention. Actually, that would make a lot of sense. So there was someone, but we did not. How do we even deal with this? We could guard, I suppose. And there's still the persuasion thing, which, yeah, we're gonna do as well, just in case. Carrie cracks under pressure and promises not to hold circles on campus. So that was the secret society thing. Okay. Council gains 2 karma. Great. Okay, not too bad. Stand around, but nothing happens. You try to cheer up Mariam. Mariam says, "It's sweet of you to care, but why do they hate me so much?" Wow, that's making progress. Ugh. Okay, what have we tried on that hallway thing? Stood guard, we staked, but we got someone really observant. Mariam was upset and provided no new information. When searched in our survey, nothing was found. So we've searched, we've staked out, we've stood guard. And Mariam does not react well to persuasion either. Gosh, wow. That's, have we ever questioned Mariam though? Friendly chat, yeah, so we did. We never stalked her though. Maybe I'll do that. just to see if there's not something there. I'm almost tempted to guard again, just in case. Mariam twitches nervously as she walks. You notice Helen watching her from the shadows and snickering. Aha! Now that's interesting. You stand around but you don't see anything. You thought you heard footsteps once, but they snuck away unseen. Well, at least now we have a lead. So, yeah, I think we'll go for harassing right away. No point in being nice here. Let's have Mallory, that way we get 40-40. And if that should work, then it will work. Grumbles. Alright, I'll leave the loser alone. There you go. I'm surprised we're getting such a high ranking, even though we took so much time to solve it. Actually, I wonder what that means. Is that 9 days over? Because have we even had that case for that long? That seems like a lot. Or does that, or is that what's remaining, actually? That might be what's remaining. Okay, so now she's busy, and yeah, we have kind of maxed her out anyway, so that's probably why. Let's go with Mallory. You go to Mallory's room and knock on the door. Would you like to go to a picnic?
Sure, I love picnics. Are there grills somewhere? Can we have a cookout?
What's a cookout?
You've never... I guess it's not very high class. You have a grill, a barbecue outside, a metal thing on legs with a bowl to hold the charcoal and a rack on top. So you light the coals and put the meat on top, usually hamburgers and hot dogs, and you turn them to cook. They're popular at parties. Anyway, a picnic sounds great. Just give me a minute and I'll be right there.
Okay, that may be a very strong hint as to what you may like to eat. You head out onto the school grounds and look for a place to spread your blanket. Let's go secluded. I think she'll enjoy the quiet. You find somewhere out of the way where you're less likely to be interrupted and set your basket in the shade of a tree. A few minutes later, Mallory arrives.
If it's okay, I should sit in the shady bit so I don't burn.
Ah, so that was a good idea then.
I love sunlight, but it's bad for me.
She drops down onto the blanket, cross-legged, the frills of her skirts only just covering her legs.
So, what are we having?
Well, hamburgers and fries. No, wait, barbecue and macaroni.
That looks yummy, thanks.
You settle in to eat your food. Mallory eats with enthusiasm, sometimes a bit too much so. She has to lunge with her plate to catch a dropped morsel before it can stain her skirts.
Ah, this is nice. We should have parties out there. Really, the student council should sponsor some sort of party for the whole student body, or maybe one class at a time. We could have a giant potluck. Well, no, not that, because not everyone can bring food. But we could order giant party subs, 10-foot-long ones, or even have a real cookout with teachers at the grill. I think the council should do more positive things. People would like us better.
protecting the school is a positive thing.
Sure, it's an important job and it needs doing, but it makes us seem like scary people. Like that kind of creepy conspiracy with dark glasses that shows up after an alien sighting or murder to clean things up. I mean, not that anyone would ever get murdered here, but nobody trusts creepy conspiracies, and that can mean that when you need trust, it won't be there.
After the meal, Mallory bounces to her feet.
I should get back inside. It was really nice seeing you, Elsa. Thank you for inviting me. Bye-bye.
And Rowan? You go to Rowan's room and knock on the door. Would you like to go to a movie?
A movie?
You wonder if she's going to refuse, but then suddenly...
Okay.
The cinema front is decorated with posters for various films and a marquee of showtimes. I'll pick a film, you get the snacks.
I don't really want any snacks.
Well then, no snacks. Let's look at the list together.
Okay.
Currently on offer are an animated children's film, something about gangsters, something with gangsters. We've been there.
Anything's fine. Whatever you want.
Okay. What could you like, you of little words? A few words, even. Wow. I don't know. Okay, I said we've already been there, but I already forgot. I don't know. Historical romance, maybe? Random. You buy your tickets and proceed into the theater together. I mean, if she's actually... when she says, I don't care, basically, what you pick, she might actually be saying that truthfully. In which case, whatever the choice is good, but... You settle in to watch a movie about a charming but impoverished gentleman who works his way up through European society by seducing strings of ever more powerful wives and widows. While not exactly explicit, the romantic scenes are frequent and prolonged, leaving little doubt as to his prowess in the bedroom department. I guess not what I was expecting. Along the way, he falls in love with a young woman of good family who, as an unmarried virgin, is constantly chaperoned and out of his reach. At last, he assembles enough money to make an offer of marriage, only to discover, to his dismay, that she is his secret half-sister from the days when his father was just such a seducer as he. When the credits begin to roll, Rowan touches your hand, indicating that you should wait for the crowds to clear out before leaving. Okay. Outside, she offers you a hesitant smile.
That was nice.
It was practically erotica! That's good for that, actually.
Not really. The sex was part of the story. All the people and the things they do, it's because of desire, for the things they want and aren't supposed to have. And the audience is part of that, watching what we shouldn't. Can we go now?
The outing ended, you return to school. Rosalty +5. Students tend to object to having the student council break into their rooms and search them. I wonder why. If you get caught, you will lose a lot of karma. Yeah. Midterms week. The student council has been summoned for a general meeting.
Hurry up already. Some of us have things to do. Yes, we're all here now. What do you need?
Well, we have a problem within the council.
What? What sort of problem?
Actually, I don't know if I want to go with that or not. Chim. Would that really bring anything? Oh well, let's find out. One of you is a traitor. Everyone looks confused. Or do Mallory and Althea look slightly guilty? Okay, that might be one of the ways you can get a sense of who it is as you're getting closer and closer to having to make the choice. So yeah, I mean, but at that point it's been pretty obvious.
What are you talking about?
Just keeping you on your toes.
That was a joke? If you're going to develop a sense of humor, be careful not to give the freshmen heart attacks. I assume you actually wanted to talk about midterms? Does the student council get extra assistance on tests? More the opposite. Council members are supposed to set a shining example. We can't afford to fail. So even if we have to take time off from our other responsibilities, we must be sure to study. It would be terrible to lose a member right before the Harvest Festival. If we get bad grades, we get kicked out? And lose your chance at being named the Queen of the Harvest. Everyone seems a bit more stressed out now. Yay!
New case. The valuable brooch belonging to Mame has vanished. Locate and return the brooch. Mame last remembers seeing it in either her room or the lower dorm. Also, both Marion and Brittany were admiring it recently. If you've been there at the beginning of the stream, you may remember that case template. But again, totally randomized, new people, new item, new room, but also completely different, I mean, potentially different truths behind the whole thing. So there may be a thief this time, or whatever else. A large number of engineering students all got the exact... well, that's another duplicate templates, actually. All got the exact same grade on their recent test. Is someone cheating? So last time I think it was just a coincidence. We'll see what it is this time. Sias absent due to stress, Rowan absent due to stress. Yeah, we probably got a boost of stress because of the event. Oh wow, yeah, they're just... oh my god. That's so bad. Wow, I think we're gonna just have to wait it out for one day, because that's just not practical. Also, this is still going. That's weird. That's kind of scaring me, actually. Go ahead, skip this day. The local paper has identified Jasmine as the subject of an artistic nude album cover. It's a scandal. What? Is that related to the phone thing? Ah, what? Oh yeah, cell phone. What the hell? That's why it kept being around then, huh? Wow. No idea how that... yep. No idea what should have been done, to be honest. Okay, people are doing a little better now. So what's this one? This one is the Lost Brooch thingy. Owner, Mame, Brittany, Marion. Let's see. We could... oh, question is the observation. So Vaughn might be... no, wait. Yes, Vaughn. This one's about the tests. There's a lot of stuff to go around. Search. May have to ask around for the test as well, but I kind of want them to rest a bit. Yeah, that midterms week thing is not great. Brittany says, I don't know what you're talking about, I haven't seen it. Okay. Students wonder why you're poking around in the engineering lab. Yeah, but that's fine. That's not like... that's clearly not as bad as breaking into someone's room, so we're good. As long as we can... this is bad. Oh, that said, you find a crumpled sheet of paper containing a set of test answers. It's a cheat sheet. Better keep this out of the teacher's sight. Deborah says, yes, I got an 88 on my engineering test. Can we talk about something else? Interesting reaction. I don't think we got that the other time. I wonder if that means something. And actually, I kind of want to go and we need this. That wouldn't help. Oh yeah, because no, that would help with this actually. Let's still use it then, because we need all the help we can get. Okay, so what did we get here? Okay, we only asked for one, and she hasn't seen it supposedly. Okay. So more questioning. And maybe more questioning on this side as well. And Rowan can rest. Of course we are. But can we find stuff? Don't find anything in Deborah's room. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it. Missing item thingy. Okay. I'm pretty sure the last place I saw it was my room. Ah. Well, then it's probably in your room. Gosh. Oh, do. Come on. Wait, I can't? Oh, whoa, intriguing. Her reaction was weird though, so I'm actually going to try a harass action. See how that goes. Actually, can I... I mean, I believe that's combined, so I may be able to just use size and... Actually, that would win already? Okay, then. Let's go with that. Pum. Yep, need rest. Find the brooch! May must have dropped it. Ta-da! Nice. Deborah says, I admit it. I looked at the cheat sheet. Everybody did. It was passed around all around the room. Now detain, suspend, and expel Deborah. Yeah, Deborah, why? Why? Also, do we have to expel everyone then? If really everyone has seen everything? That just seems weird. I think we're gonna question someone else from the group, because she's technically the only one we've dealt with. Gosh, hesitating here. Detention. Would that be enough? Yes, let's use that then. Okay, and let's go. Why is it always says going to supply closet? It just ends up like this somehow. I don't think she's going to be useful in anything else, so we're going to let it be like this. Cassandra says, that engineering test was awesome. I got an 88. I never do that well. I got lucky. Deborah apologizes for her behavior and thanks the council for their mercy. Council gains 2 karma. Deborah has been neutralized. She is no longer a target in this case. Alright. And we found some high heels. Okay, we keep getting intimidation stuff. Give me some other things, especially stealth and such. Anyway, let's try Rowan. You go to Rowan's room and knock on the door. Would you like to go on a picnic?
If you'd like.
Of course I would. That's why I invited you.
Thank you.
Rowan follows you out onto the school grounds while you look for a place to spread your blanket. Secluded? You find somewhere out of the way where you're less likely to be interrupted and set your basket in the shade of a tree. Rowan sits herself cross-legged on the blanket. She doesn't say anything, apparently waiting for you to offer the food. Wow, I don't even know. Sandwich?
Thank you.
You settle in to eat your food. Rowan does not repeat her previous trick of making food mysteriously disappear, but she does pause in her chewing whenever she notices your eyes on her. Soon enough, you've finished your meal and Rowan still hasn't said anything. Is something on your mind?
Not really. I have a lot of homework. I should really go. Bye.
Well, that went well. You go to Vaughn's room and knock on the door. Open night.
A what? Well, I suppose, as long as you don't expect me to perform.
We can be the audience.
I'm happy to volunteer for a mission of cultural exploration, Captain. Shall we?
The coffee house is a warm, intimate space filled primarily with students and young professionals. 2 of you in your white uniforms stand out from the crowd, but not enough for anyone to stare. Since neither of you are performing, you can stand in line together to get your drinks and choose a table. The artists get better seating so that they can mount and dismount the stage more quickly, but it's not a large establishment. Even the lesser seats are close enough to the action. You sit back and relax as a procession of poets, philosophers, and one performance artist is the closest term you can think of, take the stage. Vaughn seems politely interested in most of the acts, murmuring her opinions on 1 or 2 for your ears only.
I do like poetry. It's soothing, the way that words are ordered,
when rhyme and reason and scansion are in step. Scansion, wow, that's a new word. For me.
But the best poetry to my ear is also very old-fashioned, soothing but not exciting. Some of the acts we've seen tonight, I feel like I ought to appreciate them more than I actually do. Oh well, I can't expect an artistic breakthrough on every evening out. Perhaps we should come again another time?
If you like.
Thank you for a lovely evening, Captain. I'll escort you home.
On Sunday evening, someone knocks on your door.
Yeah, hi. Look, we should talk.
Would you like to come in?
No. Let's go for a walk, alright?
Fine.
Come with me.
Althea leads you out onto the grounds, far away from other ears.
Look, I don't have anything against you, alright? I'm not mad about you being president or anything that happened when we were young or anything like that. This isn't personal.
You're a traitor, aren't you?
You'd already figured it out, hadn't you? You always were too smart for me. Before this semester started, I was contacted by someone. I can't tell you who. We've never met. We used email intermediaries. That was part of what made it interesting.
They made me certain promises in exchange for my help to undermine the reputation of St. Claudines. But why did they want you to do that? I never asked. I was too focused on the fun I was going to have playing Cloak and Dagger. And so I've been working against you. So why are you telling me now? Because I can. I promised I'd help them. I never promised I wouldn't tell anyone. And because she sits herself on a rock, legs casually askew. I don't know how I feel about you, Elsa. We have so many years of history together, and most of them are meaningless. But I can't dismiss you. I can't treat you like you don't matter. I can't flirt with you and throw you away. You knew me before I even knew I was, back when I was just a bully who was too tall for the playground. The more we spend together, the more we've spent time together this year, the more I feel like I should have gotten to know you better. I can't change the way things have turned out, but I owe you the courtesy of telling you the truth. She shrugs. So, you know, kick me out of the student council. They can't blame me for not doing any more after that. What if I don't? What? Are you crazy? I just told you I'm a traitor. Do you intend to continue? What sort of question is that? How could you possibly trust my answer? She stands up. Forget it. I'm going back inside. On that note, she leaves you alone. Okay. Whoops. I don't know if I got that right or not. It doesn't look like it, but okay. That said, I'm starting to feel a little tired. Having to voice characters does take a toll. Plus, I've been not in the absolute best of shape lately, so that doesn't help. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to save the game so I can possibly come back to it later. But I think that's going to be it for today. So thanks for following the stream. I hope it was enjoyable. As a reminder, if you're interested in the game, so it's called Black Closet. It's made by Hanako Games, who have over the years worked on a number of visual novel-like games like this. They usually tend to have at least a little undertone of Yuri. That's maybe not in absolutely every game, but yeah, that tends to happen. And I think I want to say they've published games by other people as well that kind of match that kind of concept as well. Yeah. Anyway, with that, I will say Otsunyan, and hope to see you another time in a future stream. Bye bye.